transition over, talk about faith, and a topic that I think is very relevant today. I think I want to, because I think this is very powerful. But in your opinion, how has, and this is a hit, how has racism affected you? Because there's a mindset around, I can't do this because of the color of my skin. It's a big topic here in this country, right? Not being able to achieve certain things because of your background. It doesn't matter. They could just look at you and make an assumption. But as
Facts.
as a black man in this country, African American, how has that affected you, or maybe even propelled you to be who you are and where you're trying to be down the road?
Yeah. Obviously, it does affect you, but I use it like I like how you said propel, because it does, and we all know this. Like if you're a black man, you know this. But you don't want to sit back and use it as an excuse. You know what I mean? As something to fall back on, oh, I'm only here because of this, or because they don't allow me in these offices. They don't do the you don't want to fall into that pattern, even though we know what it really is. They're not fucking with you. Period. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of times. Not saying that's everybody, but yes, it's not as easy. Like, let's just be straight up. Like you said, they can take one look at me, right? They see the hair, they see skin color, and they like, nah, we're gonna go with John over here, like, who got the little weak ass slick, whatever the hell he got, little comb over, like, whatever, bro. Like, but that's just, yeah, that's how it is, bro. Because who's at the top? All the Caucasian people and white people. So
So this is,
it's
and I
oppression.
agree.
It's oppression. It's oppression for sure. They and then a lot of times too, if you do, like, let's say if you do get hired or somewhere in a place, it's gonna be harder for you to even move up there than the next person. So they want, a lot of times, sometimes they want to keep you stagnant too at a certain position. You know what I mean? So that happens too, where it's like they'll bring you on, okay, they hired you, but now you're just going to be in the same position for years and years. Like they don't even plan on really investing in you or moving you up in the company. That happens too. If you know what I'm saying, when you do, if even if you do get hired, a lot of times, whatever.
So, like, how about I'll play devil's advocate. What do you say to people like when you are successful? Because there are many black people who are successful in many different fields, right? And a lot of people in obviously in the same community tend to be like, "Oh man, that's because that's a
Because
one-off
because
situation."
they did this, they did that, they sold, they did this, they did that, making excuses. Nah, what do I say to that?
Yeah, like, what's your
I say
opinion
stop
on?
hating, bro. Stop hating and spend. Stop hating and maybe use 20% of that energy you're using to hate on the next black person who went and got it and became successful. Use it towards your life and your success, and maybe you might get somewhere. I don't like that in general for people like black, white, purple, like just hating in general is like that's trash. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
And
why you
that's
hating
one
on
thing
the
I've
next person?
learned. And I'll tell you this, like, and even in the Fijian community, like other Polynesian communities, when you see someone being successful, as much as people don't like to say it, there's definitely a negative stigma. Like, oh, he doesn't.
Oh,
They
he
got
only
they
mess
got
with
it
white
easy,
people.
right? And the thing is that
Yeah.
when you see us get successful in life, right? They'll think, oh, it was given to them. I often run to that situation whenever I talk about, some of the things that's going on in my life. A lot of when I see people's faces, when I tell them certain things, it changes almost like a sadness or anger.
Well,
But when I tell them I'm
well,
struggling,
what
like
it,
I'm
what it
going through
is
something,
you.
it's like they're happy, they're ecstatic. You know what I mean? They get
Yeah,
joy
yeah,
off of
yeah,
those
yeah.
things.
People be hating, bro. People be hating ass motherfuckers, bro. People be haters, bro. People don't be happy for you. So that's why I was kind of saying, like, it really don't matter. Black, white, Asian, green, purple, yellow, blue, but it don't matter, bro. People are haters. Like, they don't be happy for you. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you go further than them. And a lot of times, that's why they make all the excuses, or that's why they whatever, may watch you and never support anything you do, but they watch everything you do. You know what I mean? Or that's why they want to be around you, but at the same time, they act like they don't like you, or either they act fake cool with you or whatever. It's just a lot of that, bro. But my point is this is like the reason why people do that is because it's like they're making an excuse for themselves. You know what I mean? They're making that excuse in their own heart to why they're not where you are, because you know why? They don't realize what you did. You know, while they were sleeping and playing fucking video games, you know what I'm saying? You was up getting it in, right? You was getting it in. What was we doing? Getting a little bit big. You know what I'm saying? You was getting it in. You was working. They didn't see all of that. They didn't see all the times you went and sacrificed, all the hard work you put in. All they see is now you shining. You done glowed up. So now they're over here mad and don't even know how you did it when all they got to do is ask, right? All they got to do is come and be like, hey, like, I see you, you know, you did this. I see you looking good. You made it. Like, you're successful. You're doing this. How did you earn this? Like, you living good. Like, I just want to know, like, can I come ask you a couple tips or for some advice? Like, why is it hard for people to do that?
Right.
That's the type of person I am. If I see
Right.
somebody doing well off, better than me, maybe even in a place to where I want to be, I'm the type of person that I want to talk to them. I want to pick their brain. Like, wait, so how did you do that? Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Like, because in my heart, I know I can do it, but I just want to know, like, get some advice. Like, how did you do it?
Right.
Like, that's the mindset you should have, because you're gonna take that from what they give you and use it for your own success. You're not gonna spend 30% of your energy hating on the next person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're wasting your time. Like, you know what I'm that 5 minutes you just used to hating on this person, you could have been reading, you could have been doing something else, you know, you could have been elevating in a different way. Like, you could have been praying, you could have been, you know, asking for your blessing, you know what I'm saying? With that
Right.
5 minutes you just use hate. You know, you could have been whatever. When did cardio for 5 minutes? Like, you know, like whatever, bro. Like, it's just a
And
waste
the
of
whole
time,
time,
energy, and it's not getting you anywhere. Stop
and the
hate,
whole
stop
time,
hating.
yes, and the whole time, you know, it's funny because a lot of people like to criticize from the sidelines, right? Because after years, I mean, you'll go through this whole process where you're achieving things in life, and then you look at kind of where they are. They're in the same spot,
That's why they
and
be
it's
mad.
safe. And the reason why I think a lot of people do that is because they feel safe, right? When you're in this environment where you're
Comfortable,
safe and
comfortable.
you feel like you're not going to sacrifice anything or put yourself out there, of course you're not going to succeed. All the most successful people in life have sacrificed something, whether it's time, opportunity to get to that point, right? And once you reach that point, they're like, "Oh man, there's no way!" It's like a lottery ticket or something, you know, as if like all this success. And I know you work towards success too, was just given to you. You know what I mean? So I think like in that situation, like the color of your skin, all that, yes, it definitely has a huge effect on you in your life. But at the end of the day, hard work that you put in is going to determine the outcome of your life, right? And that's why
Right.
right now, the more we do that, and that's what we're doing, talk to people, give them a positive view about their life, what opportunities they have, right? They go achieve those goals. Don't you got one life. Don't be a bum. Don't be a bum.
Facts.
Once it's
Don't be
gone, it's
too
gone. There's not
don't
gonna
be
be
too
another one.
comfortable, get too stagnant. Like, you can always
Right.
there's always room for improvement in something. In something. And don't neglect one area either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, grow everywhere, you know, your health, your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health, your career growth, like everything. Don't, you know what a lot of people do too is they neglect one area. And it's like, that's don't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, they spend a lot of time growing in their career, which is great. You know what I'm saying? They're getting it, they get to the bag. But
Right.
now they just they don't ever worry about their physical health. They don't ever work out. They don't ever, you know, go to the gym. They never getting it in. So it's like you're just neglecting a whole nother area where you can still be successful as a person. Like, this is you. You know what I'm saying? You're sculpting yourself. Like, don't you want all holes to be covered, you know, or no holes in your game. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be great in every. I mean, at least I do. I don't know how other people think, but at least I do. That's the way I think. I want to be great in every aspect. So here, let me read this. Let me read this, book or this article. Let me see what I can learn. Knowledge. Okay, let me go get it in when I got time. Let me get to the gym. Like, let me get a little bit big. You know what I'm saying? Health, your physical health.
It's like a
Let me
renaissance.
sit down and come up with a plan on how
Right.
I'm run my clients and how I'm going over here to reach more clients. Your career, everything. Like, it's all around growth. Don't neglect one area. That's one. That's one thing I would have to say.
100%. And even, I mean, the fact that we're even doing this thing, like the podcast, like this, I would never have conceived this, bro, like 3 years ago. You know what I mean? When we were playing football, like the idea to even do something like this. But you hear a lot of people talk about success and all that stuff. And I've noticed one thing that's always consistent for any successful person, bro. They're not afraid to go and put themselves out there and do something they've never done. That is the
Facts.
one
Not
thing,
afraid to like
coupled with
fail,
hard
like
work. Yeah, go ahead.
because if you never try, you're never gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? If you sit back on the couch all the time thinking like, damn, like maybe I should, but you never do, you're never gonna do it. And then you're gonna have regrets too. Like years down the line, you'll be like, bro, I should have at least tried it. You never know. You might try, hit boom, blow up, hit the lottery, and you made something great happen that you didn't even really expect in yourself, but you tried. That was the point. That's why it happened because you tried. You know.
And
So
it says in the Bible, there's like, don't be in the valley of decision. I forget where specifically, but the valley of decision is where a lot of dreams, hopes, and aspirations go to die. You know what I mean?
and they go to
So
die.
even if you
Yeah,
don't know, right? If you stick to your decision, the fact that you made a decision is better than no decision, right? You miss
exactly.
100% of the shots you don't take. So, with that being said, hope you guys you like this podcast. Go over to Fit Josh channel, support that channel, man. We're grinding every single day. We're working to be better versions of ourselves. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, y'all, got anything else to say, Doc?
Nah, yeah, just come, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting y'all on game over there still. But thank you to my man Izzy for having me, and we're gonna keep running it. It's Ja. We out.
Peace.